Alright. Adjusting. I'll adjust it a little bit brighter so that it's visible pretty well on the recording. Until the cat and dog are friends. Until the number 5 becomes the number 9. But I think I'll go with the 9 that matches the 5. Until you stop adjusting the slider. I'm gonna go full. Which of the two? Oink boinkle. Please don't adjust it. Do you know what time it is right now? I do. Yes. What is time anyway? Yes? Question mark? Yeah. Help. Of course. Will you come back to visit me? Of course. Well, that's the way to start. Alright, back to the Stanley Parable 2. Hope you all enjoyed that little questionnaire. We're gonna get into the game. Not much preamble. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's jump into it, homies. Last we left off, we did the,
all of his co-workers were gone.
suicidal ending.
Stanley
Yikes.
decided to go to the meeting room.
I want to see if I can get the player ending. I think you guys
Stanley
might
clutched the bucket tightly
know.
to his chin. Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How
It's
insightful
definitely
the bucket
better than
turned out to
the
be.
meeting room. Okay, we're on the cargo lift
Said
now.
the bucket.
We're not going to jump off this
all the
time.
way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do. In here,
said the bucket.
go into this dark room over here.
This,
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
this one? Ah, shit. I think I ruined my chance to get the player ending. Oh wait, no I don't. No, I haven't.
Now pick up the phone,
Said the bucket.
pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
I'm curious about this one. With the bucket. I'll come back here.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket. Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting
I think
right
this
here.
one might.
Let's take a look.
But it's because of the bucket.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny!
Good. This saying is a perfect example of
I
expectations
shouted that in my
management,
apartment, and
which
it's
is
like
the
9 a.m.
cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter.
Some of these are meme
Just remember
faces.
to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threatened our
12-legged?
and to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be
That is an
prepared to give
extra
our
leg.
lives to this noble cause, just as our children
Also
must
a
do after
human
us,
leg.
and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
That was not Earth. Okay.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Did he put up baby gates? He put up baby gates so I couldn't jump off. Oh, I
can
think...
feel it. This time, I'm
Oh yeah,
ready to
this is
just
where
nod with
you
it.
would be found out that
You're
you're a...
A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
I guess we'll go the door on the left.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video?
Oh, I was?
This is all covered very clearly.
My
There's no
bad.
way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault,
My
Stanley.
apologies.
I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud? Here we go. You
Okay.
ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a
Okay,
set of
this
two
time we're
open
gonna
doors,
go
they
ahead and-
entered the door on the left.
Go back towards the phone so he's not, you know... Oh god.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point, a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land, or not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten
Aw,
that the
no,
phone
it's
room
not.
comes immediately after the two doors room. What
No,
an egregious
You
mistake.
didn't.
I've made a fool
The
of
game's
myself.
fucking up.
Stanley, this bucket is so metal. I think I saw it playing guitar.
So we're back in here again.
All of
We
his co-workers were gone. What could
move
it mean?
forward.
Stanley decided, go there. Go to the cargo
Oh,
lift.
I need that.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one.
He's changing
and
the
then
name every
first
time.
number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them. And now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
That's that one, but I don't think I can get back up. So this is actually an ending I never got in the first one. So let's see what it is. Oh, what the fuck? This is kind of scary, but I find a lot of things scary because I get unsettled very easily, unfortunately. That's a lot of VHS tapes or cassette recorders, cassettes.
Okay, this is day number 295, tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down
The screen's getting gray.
doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it.
YouTubers be like,
Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for
God
even
damn.
just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
it's the bird things from the skip ending.
Caporata.
Oh, hate that. Get it away from me. Nope. I don't like that. I don't like that. Fuck that. No thanks. Thank you, but no thank you. Okay, so this time
All of his co-workers
I'm
had
gonna
gone.
go ahead
What
and
could it
continue
mean?
through with
Stanley decided to
the
go to the meeting room.
family
Perhaps
ending.
he had-
Now pick up the phone.
said the bucket.
I picked up the phone, bucket, sir.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Oh, I can walk. Sorry, I didn't realize. This is a very nice apartment, though. My bucket! Hello. Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press you to take me to work with you.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Press M to take me back home with you.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Or like, I just my something. Is there a fireplace in here? I'm just looking for the last collectible I need. Press C to go back to work.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Don't listen to the loud man. Press K for us to go back home.
You see, he's not listening. He's
Oh, it's
still
getting
taking orders from the bucket. You know,
ish.
once upon a time, it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Press R to ignore anyone in your life except for me. This is starting to sound like a toxic relationship.
It's sad.
Oh, now it's
I suppose he
dark
doesn't need
in the
me
office
anymore.
too.
From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press C to go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Press I to relive the same day with me, over and over.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Press T to go home to work to home to work to home.
Oh no. I'm having feelings. For the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley.
I'm already holding it.
Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
Go back to work, Stanley. Or should it be more of a go back to work, Stanley? Okay, so apparently there's a new ending involving the elevator? Even though that was just a gag I pulled or the first episode. So let's just do this for a bit.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. Fine. Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3. Well, he said, the number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life.
And go back down.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
It's a toxic relationship. Okay, time to go back up again.
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears, and the whole time he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Doing the last ending right back to back with this one is very
Stanley and the bucket
soul-crushing.
were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? Said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. and it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work. For months, he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in
Was
his
a
life.
Minecraft sound. 2 stage 3 4
This
2
was it.
7.
One last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one. There was no one here. Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure, and in that moment Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day.
Here's someone coughing out there.
There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
Oh, there was something about the bucket on my screen again. I think it was the same glitch I got in the first episode. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here, guys. Subscribe.